This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and I'm excited to bring you a multi-part episode of Nike's React Cushioning. So Nike's been working on this React cushioning for a long time. Now, they do have a great running lineup, as you can see kind of back here, your Pegasus, your Vomero, your Zoom Speed, your Streak. All of them essentially are the same shoe where they're using Nike Zoom in the heel and the forefoot, in just the heel, in just the forefoot. In the Nike Zoom structure, they're using obviously a structural element, so if you're not a neutral runner, as well as the Nike Vomero uses heel and forefoot zoom, but then adds a layer of lunar, which maybe they'll be adding React to that pretty soon here. Last year, they came out with their Vapor Max, which we have here, and this was something that eliminated all the foam and gave you just air. Now, this isn't revolutionary since they've been doing air for, what is it, 30 plus years now. So Nike Air Max kind of evolved to, I have no idea what they're going to do next after this. Vapor Max 2 kind of adds some structural elements, but neither here nor there. So let's get into what is React, how does it feel, how does it fit into the lineup. All right, Nike's Epic React really is the next generation of the Lunar React. So when Lunar React came out about 2 years ago, they did have a Lunar React 2, and this used essentially the most lunar you could possibly have. They even used siphoning, which was kind of cool, that allowed the lunar to open up more. It's not necessarily as much in a carrier. And lunar was very impressive for a long time for a couple of reasons. One, it was really, really light. Two, it had a nice springy feeling, and it felt kind of cloud-like. In fact, in their advertising, they did use kind of a person running on the moon. The biggest limiting factor to lunar, anybody who's ran it, it does start to lose its springiness. It starts to feel kind of dead, kind of dense as you run. All of a sudden, you feel a lot more impact in your knees and your back, and you're wondering, man, I need a new pair. So I guess it was good for Nike's business because you always came back for more, but at the same time, it didn't really last long. Nike did a really good job in emphasizing that React will be lasting 500 plus miles. Now, how does that relate to if you're using it for standing around and walking? How does it relate to if you're using it on the road, on a track? That's neither here nor there. Needless to say, it's going to be much more durable and last a lot longer than what Lunar gave you. So that is the first big difference. Two, Lunar was very light feeling. This is also giving that. This is a size 13, almost feels like nothing in hand. Incredibly lightweight, very similar feel to like if you picked up a Nike Free, where it's just, there's nothing really there. Now, compared to Nike's regular running lineup with their Pegasus and with their Vomero and their structure, this is using Flyknit. Now, this is probably the best version of Flyknit that they've used yet. Really nice fit, really nice feel. Actually quite a bit thinner than what was used on the Lunar version. If you're watching me on Instagram or if you're following me there, I did just compare it to the Lunar Epic 2 Low, and this knit is so much thinner, much more stretchy. It has a nice one-to-one fit, as well as much more breathable. But let's get into the cushion and how that feels. So React cushioning is not as airy. It does have more of a dense feel. It almost feels like you're running on kind of a memory foam. So now to that case, it does have a lot more stable ride, similar to your Vapor Max. Now with the Vapor Max, it doesn't have much energy return, especially if you're standing or walking. If you're running, there is a little bit of pushback, which is nice. So where it compresses, and then as it gets back to original shape, it's pushing you back up. So this is giving you a very similar stability feeling where you kind of have really nice energy, impact absorption, but you have a really nice bounce back. So this is amplifying, I think, the Lunar Epic with the Epic React on both sides of the token, where one, you have a little better, softer impact coming down. So it's absorbing the impact, feels very plush, not as cloud-like where you kind of just feel like you're in the air, it's light, but also when you're running specifically, so you're putting more energy in, the energy return is fantastic. And again, even more so than what Lunar was giving you. So whereas Lunar has a nice bounce back, you kind of felt the floor a little bit, and it just felt very airy. This feels a little bit more dense on foot. And it's cushioned, not in that it's heavy, but you feel almost like a marshmallow and then it gives a nice pushback. The energy return on this is probably top 5 in the market. So I will be taking the next few videos and comparing it to obviously Boost, which a lot of people want to know, comparing it to some of the other top runners on the market, whether it's for impact, whether it's for energy return, and really see how it stacks up and who it's for. Now, as well as I do want to do the next video on Nike React in its own lineup and how does it compare, because just like Zoom, how it's used makes a big difference. I can give you Zoom in a shoe that's fantastic, and I can show you Zoom in a shoe that's horrible. You'll tell me, really, there's Zoom in this? So same thing with React. How it feels makes a big difference on how it's implemented, but at least for the Epic React, this shoe is giving you a nice wide base. It's giving you a stability clip in the heel, as well as there's nothing in the way of limiting the React. So there's actually not really an outsole. Now, I was concerned with this at first, and it does look like it does wear out fairly quickly, but at the same time, the cushion is not going to wear out. And Nike's been doing kind of no outsole for years in its free line. So anyone who's looked at a Nike Free, there's no outsole on that. So they've been doing it for years. So I'm going to take their tests and what they've said, like, hey, it's not going to affect it. Now, this kind of shoe I wouldn't trust with a traction on snow or rain. And again, I don't know if I would trust most shoes either way. So if you're on a track, if you're on asphalt, if you're on concrete, this is going to be just fine. It is a road shoe. That's what it's meant for. If you're using it on the trail, same thing. I don't know if I would trust any of these as trail shoes either. There's specific trail running shoes. So if you're using this on asphalt, on concrete, in the city, kind of how it's engineered, I don't think you're going to have any traction issues, but we'll see as that wears out. But overall, the Nike Epic React is going to give you a beautiful balance of really taking what the best Nike has to offer. I found the Pegasus has a really nice bouncy ride with the Zoom, and you're getting that, and I think even more, but you're also getting a lot better impact absorbing. So the Vomero is very similar, but this is going to be a lot more fluid, a lot lighter, and then this is giving you that stability and impact protection that you would on your Vapor Max. So at $150, it is definitely on the high end. It's cheaper than your Vapor Max, but it's giving you something that's going to last longer, and it's really going to give you something that most runners are going to find something they enjoy. So it doesn't mean this for everybody, and we'll get into more detail soon, but I can definitely say Nike's done a fantastic job of this, and I'm excited to show you guys what it compares to and who's it for. Guys, if you have any questions, shoot them down in the comments below. I'm excited to see what you guys want to hear from it. We'll be answering a lot of those questions. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to have a full series of these, so there's probably going to be 4 or 5 episodes, so you can really see how it breaks down and what it's for, and if it's meant for you. And really, I think Nike did a great job where there's something for everybody. But guys, this is Levi. This is Sneaker Gears. Hopefully you guys like the new logo, have the shirts coming out. If you guys did want one, let me know. As well as the website is up. You can check out sneakergears.com. That's something that's still growing. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you guys, and I will be coming at you soon.